Hello everybody, we're back for the last day of the Battle Royale Reddit League. So I am back as a commentator with Pwndnoob.
Howdy, howdy.
And unfortunately, because Calamity could not make it because he has another Geoguessr competition, which of course playing yourself is always kind of the most important thing. So he will not be here tonight. And we're gonna have a quick look at the standings before we start event number 11, which is gonna be country, no moving, panning, zooming, multi-guess. So another NMPC fun, gonna be interesting. So after updating the discarded ranks, Milan is now 3 ranks ahead of Jake, 3.5 ranks in front of Trichter, and 4 ranks in front of Dennis. After
Yeah,
that,
we've done the numbers though, and it's still all to play for. With Milan, if they don't win today, like if they get third, fourth, or worse, Jake, Trichter, or Dennis can still win with a very strong day. They're going to need to win in or do very well in both round 11 and round 12, but we still have stakes here.
yep, we can make an example here. So 3 ranks is a lot, but it's still possible for Milan to not get first place. So if we, for example, say Milan gets 2 third places, which is something that's really possible, he would drop to 14.5 ranks. And let's say if any of these players that are in the top 4 is going to win both events, then Jake and Trichter would surpass Milan. Dennis would not, and due to the tiebreaker, he would probably lose to Milan. Yes.
Yeah, doing the math there, the tiebreaker is heavily in Milan's favor just because they've won so many events previously. I believe no matter what situation, if it's a tie, Milan does end up winning the whole Battle Royale, or League. So Milan's in a comfortable spot, but they still have 2 things, right? One, if a good result for them makes their score better, but it also keeps other people from having wins. So Milan is very much trying to block people out and just have a very good day, and they've had 4 or 5 very good days before, so it's definitely something that's the reason why they're at the top. I'm excited though. Jake obviously had that 1 week that he wasn't here, but otherwise was at the top of the standings, and I think is probably the closest and has the best opportunity to beat Milan at the end of the day.
Yeah. And it should also be noted that first we will be playing country game as always, and we know Milan is kind of the king of country. So let's imagine if he does not do so well in this country, then it could get really interesting because he's not had the best results in distance. So that could lead to a really interesting finale, but I think the more likely scenario is that he finishes first or second in the country, and it might already be decided after game 11. We will see. But yeah, there's still a race for second, third, and fourth. And of course, some of the ranks below can also still change. Especially Satsu versus brother Tom seems to be very, very close. Yeah, so I guess that's it from us. We're gonna start the game. See you. And here we are with the 11th event, which is no moving, panning, zooming, multi-guess. Everyone is here but Satsu. We haven't heard of him, so we don't know if he's coming. So we're gonna start in 5 seconds and see if Milan can already seal the deal. Oh, Satsu just came. Oh, that was you.
No, that's me.
That was
It's
you.
me.
Okay, so we're gonna start right now and see how it goes. And I'm gonna double check if I'm recording because we don't have a backup. So, yeah. Can you say something?
Yeah, it's absolutely no worries. So where we're at right now, Satsio's out, so that's one less person that can take over Milan's spot. Not that Milan was necessarily worried about Satsio. And we have a round here with just a wide open road. This will be typical for places like Estonia, Finland, Russia, and we are seeing guesses like Russia come out there from Trickster. Nobody really wants to be the first to guess because every incorrect guess gives your opponents more information. We do have a reality here with both me and RadoX in that they just need to get a correct answer. There's no time limit here, but nobody's actually gotten the correct answer, and we're down to like 1/4 time left. Pashatelli's willing to go. It's not Estonia, which was one of the things I mentioned. It's not Russia, so they're running out of places. Michael's guessing they've guessed most of Europe and just haven't gotten it correct. We pulled out a Canada guess from Dennis. Milan doesn't know it either. Nobody. We might just have a completely blank round
Yeah,
here to start off.
that's amazing.
Brother Tom!
Wow.
And Brother Tom wins!
It's Sweden. What? What? No one got it right? Oh.
No, Brother Tom won.
Brother Tom won. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
we're done. That's 1 out of our 4 rounds. Let's go.
That's crazy. So was it just him?
Yep.
Yeah, otherwise we would have a next round.
Yeah, Brother Tom just gets the win with the dink on Sweden there at the last second, and nobody else really has it pinned down. I'm curious where that was in Sweden, because that didn't look particularly Swedish to me and to the whole lobby. So Brother Tom gets it first, and everybody else gets it tied for second or last, depending on how you want to frame it. The medal screen is going to look a bit off here because it looks like RadoX and Michael were awarded the silver and bronze just for
Being
not
there.
guessing or alphabetical power. I don't know what happens there, why you guys necessarily got considered second, but it's just for the Tom first and everybody else with the same score for second.
All right, Satsu still is not here, so we're gonna start the next round, and I will be during the event. I will be doing the calculations because that's gonna be a little bit difficult to calculate now.
that one was pretty quick. Here we have a more reasonable round, and there's no time pressure.
Oh, oops. What am I doing?
There's no language though. We do have a license plate there with the blue on the left. And I think another license plate that doesn't, so quite curious actually. This is gonna be, it looks fairly Mediterranean. It's gonna be something. I'm kind of surprised by the Belgium and France guess. I have no real pin on what this precisely is. Maybe it's, well, if it was Italy, the license plates would indicate it.
Those blue plates on the side made me almost think Switzerland. I think we have something similar like that, but it's clearly EU plates, so it could very well be Italy.
Everybody's in though, and it's Jake here taking up the rear.
Maybe it's Zambia or Angola, or I don't know.
I won't guess Chad. Chad's a natural jerk guess. Zimbabwe?
Jake is struggling.
Come on, Jake. And this is huge. If Jake loses this, and after the already basically wasted round there for Brother Tom, Jake is out.
Wow.
And I think that's going to really hurt his chances. Oh, we can get out of here. It was Austria. Huh. I just never considered Austria in that, and neither did Jake.
Oh, but this feels more like Italy or Spain or something with these window thing.
If it's Italy, it's going to be southern Italy, in my opinion. But it's a Mexico guess there from Ankomaku, and that's going to give Milan life here. And Milan needs it. If Ankomaku does beat him, and we have Jake and Milan out, it was Greece. Yeah, still had that Mediterranean feel, and Milan gets away with that. Monaco has been the bottom of the standings, has generally been out early in these rounds. But if Monaco had knocked Milan out, that would have been a heroic story. Now, this is just interesting. We do have some language, but it's like graffiti language, which is always very questionable to use. And nobody's got it immediately. It will be Milan first here through the gate. What does it say? Vandalism. Oh, it's English. It's it just says vandalism.
Yeah, but where is it? It's another tough round. Could it be like Slovenia? No, I mean, I don't know. Vandalism is English, and could it be an English-speaking country? It feels like it doesn't. Yeah, no, it doesn't. It's the Czech Republic, or Czechia.
Czech Republic there is one of those interesting where that round completely changes if it's early in the game versus late in the game. Everybody's just locking this in, and presumably to lock in on US or Canada. Yeah, US.
It looked very American. Classic country.
We got a hedge. Maybe like an apple tree back there.
Ooh, this could be several European countries, like anything from Poland to Baltics to Ireland to UK to maybe France, maybe Finland.
Quick
Yeah, okay.
Finland. Everybody was just ready for the Nordic stuff.
Really, that's crazy.
Foliage Geoguessr is rough. We have some blurred, but this doesn't immediately jump out as Germany.
Trickster does take a beating.
Okay, so it's just Dennis left of the people that Milan has to deal with, and I think the Brother Tom winning the first round with that Sweden guess is a huge boon for Milan if they can get a win here, just because there's less rounds for them to get tripped up on later.
Gonna be really tough now.
Yeah, nobody wants to be the first to guess, so Brother Tom has done us the favor of guessing Lithuania.
Those trees remind me of Ukraine. I think they sometimes have those weird, long, kind of interesting shaped trees there on the left in the middle. Or maybe I think I've also seen them in Kyrgyzstan, but this is too green for that, I think. Oh, Argentina is guessed. Yeah, okay, yeah, I can see why. Yeah, why not, actually?
Yeah, I don't hate the Lithuania guess. There's a lot of just like, it looks almost like rainy coverage, like there's just water on the camera throughout all the Lithuania coverage. It just also feels a bit green. Like usually Lithuania have a few more fields. Nobody's got it yet. This could be another quick win if anybody can find it. It's gonna be Dennis with the extra guesses. Everybody's got one left. 2 Ukraines. Correct answer was France. Interesting. This is the reality when it is this
wait,
moving is.
Did Jake drop out now? Because he's not listed correctly.
Jake was first out.
Oh yeah, right. But wait, then no one dropped out?
No one dropped out. It was a France round that nobody got correct. That was a quick Ecuador round with a lot of guesses coming in quickly.
I was confused.
Now we have an open road. Is this just US? There's like a lack of...
not with the road lines, I think, and the cars.
No.
Israel.
Okay. Oh, that makes so much sense.
Oh, wow.
I didn't see yellow license plates, though.
Milan dropped out in the last round, by the way, so not the perfect score for him.
Brother Tom is killing it, by the way. Two guesses here before, but I don't think either of these players are going to be particularly confident.
Game has ended. Argentina. Dennis is trying to make Milan's life miserable.
Yeah, unfortunately for Dennis, I think they have the biggest hurdle to come up from, since they were in fourth. Jake and Victor had slightly less work to do, and Dennis needs both to basically get first, and can't have Milan getting too many points. If Milan gets second after Dennis, it's kind of backbreaking anyways.
Yeah, that one rank difference he has to second place might break him in the end, what we'll see.
Any
Satsu,
noise
no.
from?
No.
Perfect. I'll jump in. Let's go.
He's still yellow in Discord, so...
More no moving, no panning, no zooming.
Yay. Whoa.
We haven't seen a round where you wish that you could zoom. There just hasn't been much language. This is
It looks like
very interesting.
Slovenia to me, or Slovakia, but...
Those hills are aggressive even for Slovenia.
Yeah, those
are
are
nice
really high mountains, yeah. So Slovenia would make more sense in my opinion. Oh, it has been guessed, Slovenia? Okay. No, not Slovenia then. Huh. So yeah, maybe Slovakia.
Yeah, if you have to choose between Slovakia and Czech Republic, Slovakia does have the higher mountains, from what I recall.
Yeah, also this coloring is rather unusual for
New Zealand and Sweden, so shoutouts to Mako. But this is a round that there's no time pressure. Again, it's the first round. And we do have about half our people in. They are coming in here at the last second. I wonder if there's a license plate behind the map. Here we go. I think that might be red, actually. This might be Albania.
Albania? I don't see that at all.
Whoa,
Switzerland. It's Switzerland. What? Really? That's interesting.
I thought I saw red on the left of the license plate, but maybe I'm just phantoming.
So 3 dropped out.
Yeah, we lost Pachatelli, Mako, and Brother Tom. The top 4 are still competitive, and they've got a quick round here in Spain.
Oh, whoops.
Everybody gets it and moves
I
on.
missed it.
No, not everybody gets it. Michael drops out.
Michael is out. So he gets 4 points. Ooh, this is a tough one as well.
This looks very guessable. It gives me the feeling it's one of the Spanish-speaking countries.
Yeah, Dominican
Republic.
Milan.
No. We lost Milan. Dennis needs another win here if they're going to get first place. But this is good for all 3 of these players. Anytime that Milan does worse than these 3 players are going to benefit. Everybody guesses Iceland and gets it correct. These players are so good. I'm so impressed.
Whoa, what is this?
It's a racetrack. When I don't know what a racetrack is and I have nothing else to guess, I usually put it in Germany. But that I don't think it's ever actually paid off for me.
Yeah, the wooden house there that you could see, that made sense to be Alpine, kind of Alpine architecture. So not surprised it was Austria, but this one we have fields and very interesting looking trees. Make me feel more south.
A little bit of road there, unpaved.
Wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they gave me the time to do so. Trichter drops out. Poland was the most obvious guess to me. This should be Scandinavia, and I should know what the little blue...
Finland with this color plate there. Yeah. Finland. Jake versus Dennis. No one wants to back down. Oh, and this... Oh, if we could read the text. It certainly looks Mediterranean. So, most likely Spain or Portugal.
Dennis and Jake both locked in, and they both guessed Greece correctly.
How did they know that? They could read it?
Say, I was feeling this is Italy, but it's not Italy, and Greece does come to mind. In that. We got one car, we got a nice distant field. This might be UK or Ireland.
Nah, I don't think so.
Slovakia. I'm completely off. I don't know why I thought this was Ireland.
Jake wins it after being last round, so that also a little bit plays into the hands of Milan, I think. So
yeah, they need to keep Milan out of the top 3, and I think they're doing a fine job, but they need to do it one more time, because Fine's not going to be good enough. He has a pretty dominant lead.
So we can do a recap of the ranking. So Dennis is in the lead with 21 points. Brother Tom is actually in second due to his amazing Sweden guess with like around 18 points. Michael has 16, and behind that we have the 3 Trickter, Milan, and Jake. It looks like Trickter and Milan are tied at the moment, and Jake is 1 point behind, and after that we have Pastetli with around 10 and Anko Mako with around 9 points. So that's how we go into the last round. So
yeah, with Milan, if they get anything worse than 4th, it's just worse than their other results. So it doesn't matter how poorly they do, as long as they are below 3 other people. Preferably, for the players that are trying to make the comeback and for our drama sakes, that would be Trickter, Dennis, and Jake Lyons.
Ooh, what do we have here?
Which are quick locks, despite the fact that time isn't a huge issue. And all 4 of them know it.
Really? Wow. If I feel like this is a really hard round. I have no idea. I mean, it kind of feels European, but or like maybe Russia. I don't know. Which is
Yeah,
also
the wooden telephone poles are
probably meta that I don't know.
interesting. I'm not in a GeoGuessr mindset right now. I'm just trying to think of countries this could be. And the answer is both everything and nothing.
Romania maybe. Oh, but Anko guessed that, I think. So that's off the table. I mean, the road looks really bad. So Russia, Ukraine would make sense to me, kind of.
Everybody else knows it, which is concerning. And Mako guessed 2 very different guesses in US and Romania.
Yeah, he's probably lost, yeah.
Oh.
And he's
not going to be able to
out.
get 3 guesses in him. I guessed Saudi Arabia before this.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's too late.
I was wrong.
Too late
anyway.
Russia. It was Russia, yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, what do we have now?
This is lovely.
Wait, this looks kind of similar like the Matterhorn. This mountain, but it might not be. We'll see.
If it is,
it's not Switzerland. Okay. It's not the Matterhorn then. Yeah, I thought the shape doesn't quite fit, but it's a little bit similar.
Yeah, Milan and Pacelli doing the Andorra guess, which I didn't think this was Andorra, but Andorra I think is the most common for these ski coverage. Couple US guesses, and they all came in around the same time, so they didn't get to see that the other people had already guessed it. Our 3 big players minus Dennis are already in, and it's down to 1 guess. These players are probably going to sit here hoping that somebody else gets rid of one more thing for them, but it's not going to be much information left. They just need to figure out what it is. And I'm curious what the answer is, actually, because a lot of the things I was thinking are taken off the board.
Yeah, it's probably Alpine because it's not US and Canada, so it probably is somewhere in the Alps. But not Austria, not Switzerland. Yeah, it is Italy. Makes sense then, yeah.
Brother Tom is out after a fantastic start. I'm going to say this might be Canada, but what are your opinions, RadoX?
Maybe it's just a troll that lives somewhere and tries to build a Canadian-looking house.
Yeah,
I don't know.
This is Trickter's house, and he's put up a Canadian flag to trick people. I'm on to you, Trickter.
Oh boy. We have road lines, though. Those will help massively, probably, right? But I don't know it, so...
Yeah, it's Scandinavian dashing. I think Sweden's probably
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, Sweden with those trees, they have those. Pastetli dropped out though. So
we do have another flag here on the right side.
Oh, Serbia, I
We've had some
think.
very blurry rounds just across the board so far, which isn't helpful, especially with the fact that we already can't zoom. This immediately jumps out in UK before I can even see it, but it's not because the license plates are European.
Yeah, interesting. It looks
Also,
quite
it doesn't look
UK-ish.
like UK as much
Maybe
here.
Denmark? No, it is
Who is
UK.
UK?
Okay. Yeah, it
What
looked
is
a
that
little bit
card?
weird. At the first, it felt like, but the longer you looked, I also felt like it might not be UK, but then, oh, black, white pole, Peru, right? Should be.
Yeah, Peru. There are other black white pole countries like Malaysia and stuff, but they don't look like Peru. That's
Yeah.
uh the nice thing about Peru is it doesn't look like too many countries.
Oh,
Uh,
we have a motorway. That's gonna be
Motorways are always
tough.
spooky.
Even though we
Um,
have a bollard there and some
it's
trees, but
I
whew,
think
that's tough.
it's the backside of a bollard too, which is the less friendly.
Whoa, so many guess Czechia and it's not Czechia.
And Trickter is also the first in on Slovakia. I've literally forgotten into my Serbias, my Slovakias, my Slovenias now, but
Yeah, they
um
they must be convinced because of the bollard somehow, but now everyone's waiting.
yeah,
Jake is not
the
doing anything. He's like, man, I don't know.
Greece from Milan. That's speculative.
Hungary from Jake.
I associate highway coverage with North Macedonia and Romania more, but I mean every country has these European
I mean,
highways.
this is pretty dense traffic, so I would think it's a country that also has like massive cities. So, based on that, maybe not North Macedonia. Oh,
Three
now,
quick ones. Everybody's just figured it out here.
yeah, it's France. Yeah.
Yeah, French bollards I
Me,
generally associate with like the weird, like actually French bollards and not just that very standardized. But I think they were just running out of ideas and kind of led towards France in the end of it. I'm wondering, do we get anybody out? Nope, they all get South Africa.
so
Good guessing here.
so with Milan's only 4.43 points in this round, he's set to have done terribly in this first game, so it could
Yeah, for
stay
his standards.
interesting. Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
he's the country boss, so
Everybody gets Japan except for Trickter. I think this is really good for Dennis and Jake. They do have a new problem. Michael is stealing some points here. Michael was already doing well before this round, and I think if Michael wins this round, they might really help Milan just by the fact that they're still around. We have three guesses, including Nigeria, Uruguay, and Brazil, and then Dennis already had the quick lock on Brazil before he realized that Jake had already guessed it. Can you guys Michael's really convinced this is African. The other players have not
yeah,
been so
I
far.
also think it's African somehow.
Jake is in. If Jake continued,
Yeah, it's
Uganda.
Uganda. Ah, Dennis.
Uganda, and like Ghana also are two of those countries that if you're not really onto the what they actually look like, you can become overly reliant on the meta. Um, Quick
Russia.
Russia. These players are so good with their meta. This looks generic.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, all of the cars are facing sideways, so we don't even get to see a license plate.
There's a 30 on the
Who's guessed Iceland? Where are they pulling that from?
That's crazy.
These players are so good, and we've got to watch them for 5 weeks now, and they just continue to impress. We do have a license plate this time, but neither player has guessed yet. If Michael's got it, Jake's also in. gonna be Belgium.
Michael wins.
That's a boon here, a silver lining, if you will, for Milan, that Michael has performed and kept the scoreboard interesting at the top. We're gonna take a small break from the playing and get these results here, Toria. So let's get them counted up.
All right, we have the rankings in. So first of all, let's have a look at the game 11. So Dennis won in front of Michael, Jake in third, Tricto in fourth, and Brother Tom and Milan, they tied. And Pashetli in seventh and Ankomako in eighth. So this leads to this rank, total rank. And Milan is still in the lead, even though with his rather poor performance. But Dennis picked up his game quite a bit and is now in second place instead of fourth. And it looks like, maybe it's going to be a race between Milan and Dennis. So what do you think, Punt?
I think we got to give a shout out to Michael here. It's his best results since the first week with the second. And it's really just thrown the standings into a bit of turmoil. Someone like Tricto, I think, is now out of the running for first. Obviously, they still have a lot to play for with like a podium finish, for example. But that second place has really given Milan just a bit of breathing room for what was otherwise potentially maybe a bit of nerves here going into what was also a very hard round. These players are playing out of their mind. I think really we have Dennis left. I think if Jake does get first and both Milan and Dennis do really poorly, they might have a chance, but tiebreakers are not going to be in their favor because Jake has so many seconds compared to Dennis and Milan, who have been getting first more often.
Yes.
These players are all very similar in skill, though. We can't really separate them too much, and I think Jake here getting third after missing a week is still going to be quite impressive for them, even if that is where they end up. And if they get top two, good for them. If they somehow win, it'd be fantastic. What did Brother Tom actually end up getting at the end of the day in that round?
He tied fifth with Milan.
That's unfortunate. After the fantastic first round, and then having a pretty good second round, I was really hoping that he would be the one who breaks everything, but it's Michael who is the one who upset the world. And now we move on to distance no moving single guess. It's more no moving, and single guess in a lot of ways is even more stressful for these players. And then there's a lot on the line, so maybe we'll see some nerves come in too.
Yeah, the game is ready. Satsu has joined for now, so you will be out from the game.
Oh,
so
that's fine.
we're gonna.
I'm ready.
Yeah, we're gonna start now, and let's see how this goes. So, with another decent performance, Milana would win this one. We can pan and zoom this time. And we see that it's, of course, Guatemala, which all the Reddit League players should be familiar with by now.
Yeah, it does help that the Guatemalan highway signs literally say Guatemala on them, but these players should also be able to look down and wait. Actually, is that the major city? I thought it was Huehue. Oh no, it's the sign's weird. It's off to the west of Guatemala City. It's a pretty major city. They should be able to find it on the map.
Yeah, gonna be interesting if can someone 5k this? I don't know. Probably not, but I'm not sure. Could
not
be.
Sure it's gonna be really clear what town we're in.
But I'm dropping out anyway, so doesn't really matter. Yeah, is it close to Huehuetenango? It is Quetzaltenango. I mean, kind of not really, but on the outskirts, kind of.
Really good stuff there from Trictor. Trictor's been particularly good in the distance battle royale, and I think Trictor is one of those players that might win this and ruin it for everybody who's not named Milan.
What is this?
It's not good when you can't figure out where you are country-wise.
this Mexico or something? I don't know. It looks... Sun is red or north, but...
If the sun is north, then...
Argentina, maybe. This could be. The buildings, I could see that.
Argentina is such a better guess than, say, Uruguay. Because if this is Uruguay, it's like outskirts of Montevideo. I don't think this is a particular city.
These cars.
They have plenty of guesses. Because it's single guess, that really shouldn't be a pressure. Mako's guess, and they're at the bottom. It's going to be Mako out. Not news here. Mako's been at the bottom here plenty of rounds. And it's because they guessed Peru and everybody else did guess Argentina. The players are proficient in country guesser and given the time to look around.
It was in San Rafael. Okay.
Nice. Interesting. That building's really interesting, but we can look around.
Oh, Denmark? Makes sense with this architecture. Yeah, must be.
Yeah, the...
Although yellow plate, could it be...
Yeah, I was going to say, if it's Denmark, it's because it looks like the UK, but not. Do we have a front-facing plate? It's yellow on that van. This is very hilly, though. What?
Yeah, for Netherlands, this will be quite hilly already, but I mean, it's not that hilly, but still.
I'm not trusting that van. It's just the only thing front.
Here we have white plates on the back.
Okay.
Saltio
has guessed and is at the bottom, so they'll be the one going out. But I'm interested to...
Yeah, this Denmark.
Huh, there's just way too many yellow plates for it to be Denmark, but your initial instinct was correct.
Yeah, just the architecture screamed Denmark at me. Oh, and what is this architecture? Is there a rift? Yeah, there is. Is it Senegal? No, it's Arabic, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't French. Do we have a follow car? No.
No.
We have a white car below us, so...
It's so sandy. Is it Senegal? Could it also be Tunisia? I'm not sure.
Yeah, Tunisia has a green follow car typically. Is this like... That tire is also throwing me off. Like...
This says Sharjah. Isn't that in UAE? I mean...
Yeah, I was going to say, I think this is just really rural UAE based on the Arabic and the white car. Like, we're not near...
Yeah, there is Sharjah.
Yeah, we're not near Dubai, and there's Sharjah.
Yeah,
I think the players probably saw that sign a lot quicker than we did, to be fair.
Yeah, I saw it, but first ignored it because I thought, no, it's not UAE. But then the houses were really new. And if you have that weird look of being like very deserty but new buildings, then it often is UAE because, yeah, that's where they build everything. Nappies and wipes.
Yeah, if you weren't already confident it's the UK, they just put nappies on a sign, so you're good.
Old Wells House.
With the UK, it's often a north versus south thing, and I'm not seeing anything that jumps out to me that says it's northern or southern England, I think. I don't think this is necessarily Scotland. You get different roofs. The further north you get, like into Scotland and whatnot. I'd get scared and just put it in the middle. But I think it looks like Pachatelli's going to be the one out.
It was south.
I would have been where Jacob Milan is, just no signal.
In Tonbridge.
Yeah, southeast of London. This looks actually pinpointable.
Yeah. Gonna be interesting to see how many of them can pinpoint it. I would think a Trichter is gonna be doing it for sure. So
Yeah,
it is.
you still have to have a lot of knowledge to have any idea, but
Yeah, it's not that easy. Yeah, it's just this town name and knowing that it's Faries, right? Or how to pronounce that in English.
I like your pronunciation, so I'm not going to correct you.
And then you have the water, but like there's so many bays, like
Yeah.
it's not that helpful.
The players are all taking their time, which does imply that they are going for a pinpoint or just looking through the map. Here come the guesses. Milan's at bottom.
Oh,
Nope, it's going to be
Trichter is
Trichter out.
out. Wow, surprising to me. But yeah, no one got it, but it was in the very western part, in Servagur.
Yeah, there's a town that was north of us called Gasta Delor, and it looks fairly similar to.
We're in Tropiclandia.
For some reason, I don't think this area is particularly tropic.
But it says
This also looks. Yeah, so we're on the E8 and the 8 road in red. But yeah, I mean, it says it's tropical, so
it is 2 languages, right? So is it Helsinki then? Because they have Swedish and Finnish often.
I buy that. I wish I had my Google Maps up so I could confirm the E8 and the 8 go through Helsinki, but
I think other cities don't use Swedish, at least most of them. Unless it's a like Sami language. But then this would be...
it is out.
It is Vasa. Oh, so this is also Swedish because it's on the coast. So yeah, that does make sense. There's Kokkola, yeah, of course. So it had to be close to Kokkola, otherwise it wouldn't have been signed.
Yeah, and all the players had the highways too, so if they had a suspicion based on the language, they'd definitely get it confirmed by the highways at the end of the day.
This looks really pretty. Looks like California to me. But it's white line. Wait, where's the sun?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So it's Chile? It must
white line.
Be. Yeah, double white line.
Yeah, somewhere.
Milan already guessed?
A bit, yeah. A bit south of Santiago, but not like super far south.
Yeah.
Because Chile going north to south is a bit of a gradient, right? Like the top of Chile is a desert, the bottom of Chile is very green. It reminds me of like Vancouver, Seattle area, and this is neither. Jake's gonna be the one who goes out here. Milan is
what?
Australia. What? Okay. What are we on? Why did I listen to you? Very foolish of me to not.
Were there bollards that I did not look at because I was so convinced?
Good news, guys. We're near the coast.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Is that a second language?
Yeah. Galulolo.
Is this? Well, can you look down for car purposes?
Black.
It's like a lawnmower.
Is it Philippines? Could be.
No,
no?
It's the black. It's Caribbean.
Oh, really?
I learned this for islands back in the Reddit League, and I just cannot recall.
Oh yeah, this black car. I remember. I had this round. Wait, I had this exact round, but I forgot where it is.
Milan has found a guess. They like Michael's going to be out. Milan does win, and it's a big boon for them for securing the whole victory. Both players figured it out. What island are we on?
It's Samoa.
Oh, it's American Samoa. I said Caribbean, and no, I'm wrong. Yeah. Welcome to American Samoa coverage in World Guesser.
Yeah, I guess Milan.
Yeah, I think both these players definitely know their car coverage. Not that it's been particularly useful when we've had these like no moving and panning zooming rounds. and then also knew which coast we're on because we're next to the water, and both had pretty reasonable guesses. But it's gonna be Milan who wins it. Michael's having an absolute flame on day. We see the flame next to Michael, and he deserves it at this point because he's been playing fantastically today. And yeah, I'm frustrated that I couldn't pull out American Samoa myself, but both these players did, and that's why they're here.
Yeah, another no move but pan and zoom round. Number 2 out of 4. Milan won the first one, so it's looking very good again for him. And here we have the round where everybody can guess where they want, because I will be dropping out anyway. Could have been interesting round, because it looks like it's Kyrgyzstan.
Does this scream Bishkek to you?
Not really, actually.
Yeah, that's my problem. It's so busy.
This is like Jalalabad or Osh, maybe, I think. From practicing for Reddit League, I would rather think it's one of these towns. Osh has like a very big hill, so I'm not sure if this one is big enough, but it could be.
Oh no, RadoX, you're losing.
Oh no, I'm out. Even though I might know it. Let's see. It was Jalalabad. Good boy, RadoX. Wait.
Yeah, so my thought process there was this doesn't look like fall coverage enough for what I associate with Osh. It just doesn't remind me of Bishkek, and it was the other decently large city in Kyrgyzstan. So between us, we got there. We got a lot of language here.
A lot of Spanish. But is it Spain or not? EU players?
Yeah, probably.
Most likely.
Also, the crossing with a lot of little lines under the guy is typical of Spain. Now, where in Spain it looks that sort of dry, dusty feeling that you get. I don't think this is Madrid itself, but I think it's going to be that sort of idea. These players are looking around. Maybe they are found some language on one of these signs that implies what town we're in. Bunch of quick guesses. It's going to be Pashtelli out.
Oh, it was Leon. And actually not the city. I mean, still the city, but like it's actually crazy. That's so far suburban. And it still felt like it's a city. Oh boy, Japan. And
it's busy Japan, right? Like this is not Tokyo, but
yeah, like probably not busy. Tokyo, but still very busy. So could be many places. I don't see anything architecturally that stands out.
Yeah, you don't have anything screaming Hokkaido, for example.
Yeah, even though there's a lot of gray and like gray colored stuff, so it might, maybe not Hokkaido, maybe, but a little bit towards there. But we have some tropical looking plant here, so maybe not. Who knows?
Interesting. I think Satsu's already guessed it's going to be them out. I'm going to do some self-promotion for you. If you guys want more information on Japan, just go back. There's years worth on RadoX's channel, and it's fantastic going through each of the regions or each of the provinces.
Yeah, that was quite some work. It's Toyama, actually.
I would have been where Jake was, and everybody else, I think, saw that maybe that tropical plant and refused to do so. Satya was just in Taiwan, so is out.
Oh.
Now we have a very central location.
I don't know it, though. Is that Ararat Hayat? Maybe? Welcome.ru.
Huh.
So it's Moscow, probably. Is it?
It could be. I mean, got someone on the bench. That welcome bus implies it's like touristy, and
White and
touristy
red signs.
Russia comes to mind as Russia or St. Petersburg, and this looks more, or sorry, yeah, Moscow or St. Petersburg, and this looks more. Hey, look, there's a flag up there. This feels more Moscow than anything else, but
Yeah,
I wouldn't
there.
be surprised if this
Huh.
is somewhere weird.
Oh, brother Tom guessed Ulaanbaatar.
Given the Russian flag and the domain name, a bit of a disappointing guess there for Brother Tom, who's had his moments today. You want to look down for me?
Boop.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Holy Mary Cathedral. Uganda?
Yeah. Is that a follow car? The car behind us? No.
No.
No, behind us would be that. It looks like a Toyota, but I think it's just a different Toyota.
So where is Kampala? Is Kampala over here, the main part, or is it where? Or is it not Uganda? I'm not sure actually.
There just aren't that many choices in Africa.
Yeah.
Milan's gonna be through again. Is Trictor already guessed, or is Trictor? No, it's gonna be Mako out.
It's actually Nigeria.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it was a follow car.
Outside of Lagos, basically. Huh.
What was I expecting? I don't know. Nigeria is a place I've been quite comfortable with, and I said it at some point, but we are quite easily making ourselves less confident by talking.
Yeah, it's always harder when you talk. And this one is also a little bit confusing to me.
There's a lot of meta here that I'm familiar that is meta. Like the telephone polls to get the country, but even the country is not enough, right? With these players playing so well. It's our top 4 players, and Michael has been playing out of his mind today, so... Is it just Romania? Oh, there's the little blue
What?
fire hydrant.
This? What is it?
Yeah, that's... I'll tell you in 2 seconds when they tell me.
Trictor is out, apparently.
Also, I forgot, I don't think we've ever met... Is Poland. Huh. Where was Trictor? He was in Lithuania. Interesting.
Okay.
Oh, this looks like that sign might just have everything in the world.
Not sure.
No. Montonio.
What do we have here?
You don't have the same instinct I do, and whenever I'm in an Africa round, the first thing I do is look down. Just
Yeah.
because I get
I just never do it.
Uganda.
I refuse. Is this Uganda car?
Isn't it a big white tank of a car?
I have
Uganda?
no idea. I play with skill, not with meta.
And then I think we have some water there, so this might actually be pretty close if it's just Kampala area to
something
very strong
feels
guess.
off again, but I don't know. It could be. It must be if you say that's the meta. Whoa, what's going on? Hello? Shake is out? It was.
Yep, and 2 players actually getting, if not a pinpoint, very, very close, presumably because it's near Kampala and they had the water to go on, and then they had a minute to figure out which road that could potentially be.
Oh, this is New Zealand. Oh, you got all the plans that you need to confirm it's New Zealand with this palm and these things and like generally hilly. But you don't...
These players, if they weren't already good at looking at trees, have been doing it for 5 weeks with all these no moving rounds or the no panning zooming rounds. I believe you. It's most definitely New Zealand, and we're not going to get proven otherwise. Are you feeling North or South Island if it's New Zealand?
Oh yeah, they need to find the exact spot. I forgot. North. Should be North, I think.
Michael's killing it again. Michael's going to be in the final along with Milan. Dennis is out. I think Milan's really secured this now, unless they go out very early. They all do get New Zealand. It was very far north.
Yeah.
Middle of nowhere, actually. That just wasn't a road. Interesting.
Yeah, and also surprisingly close to the coast. Oh, this looks like what I've played all week long. but the road lines are weird. I've not seen that in Botswana this week. Car.
This looks very like recently paved too. So if there's a meta thing that these guys have 15 guesses, by the way. They've been so close on a lot of these, and with single guessing, you don't burn through them.
Is it just northern South Africa? Because I don't remember having seen this road in Botswana, and I played like 20 games this week. Milan wins it.
Yeah, Michael's guessing he's below Milan. This is getting close to being a victory lap.
Oh, it is Botswana. I had Chabong in my practice round, but not that far down here, I think. That's funny.
Yeah, both players are quite close in distance to each other, but very far away from each other. So a small victory there from Lon, and that'll help him out tremendously. Just every point he gets now, and with Dennis and Jake, neither of them like doing particularly better than the other. I think Milan is more or less securing it, if not secured. I mean, Milan could obviously go out here first, but they then have to hope, if you're Jake, that Mako outperforms Milan. I don't think that's happened too often, among others.
Yeah, Milan is now at 18 points, and Dennis is at 13. So, and between that is Michael as well, which doesn't really help beating Milan. So
Milan's also been really good at making safe guesses, along with Jake. We've seen Trickster and Dennis just put it in the wrong hemisphere a few times, going for a really impressive or risky guess. And sometimes they've been right and been the only person close, but a lot of the time it's like, okay, no, it wasn't Chile, and everybody else put it in Europe, so sorry, Trickster. I don't think that's going to be a problem for Milan. Milan's been very solid, but also safe in the early rounds.
So we're missing Satsia at this point, so we can maybe have a quick closer look at the standings. So Milan is at 18 points, Michael at 16, Dennis and Jake at 13, together in the third spot. Trichter is in fifth with 10 points. That's already a lot behind. Brother Tom 6 points, Pastetti 5 points, Ankomako 5 points, and Satsu 4 points. And yeah, he's not here.
It's definitely still possible with only 2 rounds done. But the concerning thing for everybody is Milan's not ahead of the players that are chasing him. He's ahead of Michael. He's on pace for 2 second places today. I don't understand the UI stuff for like what's showing on screen here right now. But Milan's definitely looks the most fantastic, and therefore I assume he's the highest ranked or
he's
most veteran player.
He's level 100 or whatever that's called, so he has got the most possible thing. Looks like Trichter is close to that.
Yeah, I can tell you that Milan plays a lot because I've run into him in lobby and it's miserable. Like, cool. I guess I'll get second then.
Yeah, I actually looked yesterday, and since before we started the tournament, I mean before the finals league, Milan had 280 distance games, which is not a lot, which is explains why he didn't do as well. So in the beginning, but he has doubled his game amount now to like around 560. So that's maybe
some of those are going to be just during this. I think the majority of that is just practice. Geoguessr often goes to whoever's played more or whoever's more practiced. And it does sound like Milan's been putting in the time.
I guess let's start the round because this is taking too long.
I agree. Let's do it.
Do you want to join in?
I'll do so. Give me a moment. I am in. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Oh no, I'm cold.
Second last round. Milan is typing something. I don't know. Ooh, what is this? There's some language.
Milan should be fine as long as they get a guess in. But I would definitely. Yeah. We do have a little bit of language on the truck. It says "bu serviat" or "serviste."
Where? What? Hey,
there's
this
like
says döner. Döner. I know that, so it's Turkey. Also, this language, Tamirci, that sounds Turkish.
Yeah, it gives me that. I'm annoyed by it because I don't know it.
Oh, here, bu serviste.
I always associate with Turkey.
So it's probably gonna be that.
It's a very dusty Turkey. Like, these definitely exist, and ooh, they have donuts over here. Presumably donut kebabs.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Mako and Brother Tom are fortunate that it's not. Milan's fortunate that it's not a later round too, because he was guessing in the middle of Portugal. But yep, everybody else reads the signs and figure out.
This is some high quality picture. Yo. Facebook. But what is it?
Tell me your ways, porta potty.
Huh.
This is
very weird architecture.
Yeah, that roof is just completely sideways.
I have
It's so
no
new
idea.
quality too. Like, if it's something that would usually have meta, maybe because it's a super high quality, it no longer would. I have genuinely no clue. This is where I start pulling out the racial profiling. Like, okay, these guys are white.
Yeah.
Thanks. That helps.
Huh.
Sun is very much in the south, though, actually.
It looks like it's a rich neighborhood, so it's harder to distinguish, yeah.
Or they've just figured out it's Budapest, or just guessed Budapest because they thought it was Hungary.
That's crazy. A rich neighborhood in Budapest, it seems.
Michael's out, and we're just in Japan. It's another interesting round where it's just these, this could be down the street from our last round in Toyama. I would wager it's not.
Yeah.
But if you have to make a random Japan guess, generally, like, how many buildings there are is just a marker of how close you are to Tokyo. And these buildings, I mean, there is actual space between these buildings, which implies that it might be a bit more of a random town than the Tokyo metro area. But I'm curious to find out where this is. It looks like Pashtelli, who's just not had a great day, honestly, is going to be out.
Yeah, last time he said he's going to overtake Michael, but that looks like not to be happening. It was actually outside of Tokyo.
I know, I'm annoyed. I made one declaration, and all these players are doing precisely what I would have done, which is put it somewhere near
Yeah,
Osaka instead.
but once you get into those far western suburbs, there's more openness while still being built up. Oh, it's Blermany, probably, right?
Shout outs to Blermany. Blermany is always interesting in GeoGuessr because there's like 17, 20, 25 cities it can possibly be. And
You can distinguish it with the fonts of the things here sometimes, but you first have to know it, and B, this is not readable.
yeah, I feel like this red van also has secret information, but we can't move. So, Brother Tom, surely all these players got Germany, but if you don't know in Germany, guess West or Berlin. Those are your two choices. It was Berlin. And unfortunately, Brother Tom is the one fool who guessed West.
Yeah, interesting that everyone else got East. That's interesting. Oh, what is this? UK neighborhood? Yeah, could be, right?
Yeah, but so
something feels a little bit off, but not that much in my opinion. There's
I think
also
this might be like
blur.
Scotland or something wacky. Like I wouldn't be too surprised if this is something like Isle of Man or something that I just don't think about very often. The license plates, I don't think imply that, but yeah, the black roofs give me Scottish vibes.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if that's
same.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure if that's
those black
actually based on
roofs.
knowledge, but that's
Yeah,
just the
could
feeling I have.
be. If it's Scotland, then because of the roofs. But I'm not convinced.
Mako's gonna be out. We have.
Wait, what?
The license plates did have some red on them. That's fair.
Oh, that's why.
I didn't want to change my opinion because I thought it was still right.
Huh, that's interesting. Oh, good lord.
There's a nice sign that tells us precisely where we are across the street. Oh, hey, okay, there's some Cyrillic above us.
Oh, yeah, there is.
I think the Cyrillic above us might actually tell us where we are, too.
Dobro Poshalovatio Gorod Perm. It's Perm.
Yeah, you're looking at the very far right there.
Yeah, I think it's Perm.
Yep, and Perm is a large city these players should know. And then presumably we're heading north into Perm, based on like this being kind of like a welcome sign of sorts.
Probably, unless it says goodbye, but probably not, right?
Yeah, this is the problem. Is we know how to read Cyrillic, though me very slowly. We don't know Russian.
It is Perm, and only Trichter found it.
And it was my logic, right? We're on the big highway heading north into Perm. Trichter not too far off. Just assumed it was a slightly smaller road. And heading into the intersection, actually, I think I would have been close to dinking that with the 5. This is
There is a mistake.
This is the round I go out on. I did some language, okay.
There is a mistake in my I forgot someone. So Michael got 1 point. Pashtetli got 2 points. Brother Tom got 3. Oh, I forgot. Wait.
Mako got.
It's because Satsu's out. The point thing changes again. That's what it is. So I need to. That's so annoying. I was so happy that we didn't have to do this again.
The sun's really far in the north too. These trees look unfamiliar. These players probably have a good idea, but
it is outside of Pretoria. I mean, not really, actually.
Yeah, I mean, Trichter doing classic Battle Royale gameplay and just putting it between the two major cities, and that's enough that almost anywhere where it could have been, Trichter will beat one of the two players who split their guesses between Pretoria and Johannesburg. Oh, finally found some language.
It said Barbaria on this thing, but I have no idea.
It's always concerning when you have to pull out the sun, but it does look like the sun is in the north.
Yeah, I think it's South America. Like, this could be Uruguay, maybe. Educación, Independencia, Salud. Should be Spanish. At least.
If it's Uruguay, I mean, this crabgrass in the ground would be, like, basically coastal.
Oh, it's almost Uruguay. Not quite.
Yeah.
A suburb of Buenos.
Director just in Brazil. I mean, there was only one word, and it could well have been Portuguese, right? It's, but yeah, Jake wins it. Milan in third, though, is still going to be a lot of points for Milan, and it's going to be hard for any player to beat Milan in this round, let alone beat Milan in the whole event. Milan could go out, but even with like just the fact that Sazio isn't showing up right now means there's one less player to beat him.
Yeah, so Milan is 2.72 points ahead of Jake, and Jake has 22 points, Dennis has 18 points something, so technically still possible for Dennis to overtake Milan, but
needs a lot of help.
Yeah, needs to finish first most likely, and Milan needs to be yeah, and even if Milan is second, he should have the tournament.
Yep,
so
that'll be an improvement for Milan actually. So Saltio is back. That is helpful for Dennis, but let's hope it's an absolute barn burner of a second round. This first round is not going to matter because it is the RadoX dropout round. But we need, I don't know, one of those mountain rounds that we had earlier, right? Just put it on a ski slope and let the players and fate decide.
This is an interesting round. I have no idea.
That's a lot of tropical trees for...
Yeah. White line, one in the middle.
South America?
I don't even know. Yeah, it probably is South America. But it's weird. So weird. Whoa. This says Forsyth Road, so it's...
Oh, it's just New Zealand. What?
So it's an English country?
Ah, no, it's South Africa. There we go.
Well, okay.
Coastal South Africa is wacky.
Yeah. This is it Australia or New Zealand? It should be, right?
New Zealand bollards, I think, look like these, with the little red strip that almost goes all the way around.
Yeah, it looks.
And then it's the classic game. If it's New Zealand, which island? I'd say north, but like southern North Island.
Yeah, I also think red on north, but this one, I see the likelihood of it being south being higher than last time. Looks like Anko is going down.
So one more round that Milan is not knocked out on. This round just wasn't difficult enough, and Mako's just in the wrong hemisphere. Hey, it was what I said. It was southernish of
Where did
North
he
Island.
guess? Europe,
I'm interested.
UK.
UK.
Okay, yeah.
It is also English speaking, but I don't think we had any language.
This is US probably. Huntersville. Good luck finding that.
Huntersville.
704.
Yeah, so there's an interesting thing that happens with American phone codes. I don't know them, but I do know the rule that like the lower the numbers are for the first and third digit, the more likely it is to be a major city, just because the major cities got first dibs on the cool numbers.
Yeah.
And with phones, when they used to be rotary phones, you'd want low numbers on your dial outs. 704 is awkwardly could be anywhere. And the US is very large. This is the sort of round I could see Milan getting kicked out on, but he's already done very well. It's going to be Brother Tom gets knocked out.
Outside of Charlotte, there's a suburb called Huntersville. So the town name was there, but no one found it, of course.
Yeah, they only had a minute, and even if you found a Huntersville, I'm not sure you'd be particularly confident that it was the Huntersville you're looking for.
Yeah. Oh, and we have a Nordic round. Possibly.
This is Finland. Yes?
Probably. But not 100% sure.
Yep. Sun in the south, a lot of these skinny trees, and a large road. Screams Finland to me. But I've been very poor in Finland on these casts, just anytime it's been Finland.
Yeah, they do have more dirt roads covered, I think, than Sweden or Norway. So it will make sense. Milan hasn't guessed, so we will see what he does. Or did he guess? Maybe he did guess.
Milan out 7th is interesting. I'm not sure it's necessarily enough.
Oh, wow.
Just refuses to put it in Finland and even loses to Satya, who also did so, but was more near Toronto. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe he's at a round very similar to that in Canada, because I'm not sure what inspired that guess. It does open up the door to someone winning this round that isn't named Milan. What are these cactuses doing here? Goodness.
Yeah, I think this is just Lesotho.
Oh, they weren't. Okay, they're just very dry, cactusy looking plants, but more ferny. This is... Every time I find a Lesotho round, it always looks different than other Lesotho rounds too, though.
Yeah, it's not a like textbook one, this one. I'm also not 100% sure, but I wouldn't know where else.
It might be on like the northern road that goes east-west. But that's just speculation.
Satsu is going out.
Oh no, it's far west in the middle of nowhere. Cool.
Yeah, but that's still that northern kind of road. I mean, not really, but
no, it wasn't the one I was.
It's on this northern border, still.
I appreciate the confident building.
Europe. So Austria, Slovenia bollards.
Yep.
You can choose. It would be funny if one gets the wrong country but still gets closer than others who get the right country.
Yeah, one thing that we haven't mentioned is for meta is these players are also probably very proficient in their little antennas at the back of the car.
Oh yeah.
Which helps out for country guessing tremendously. And unfortunately, I think because me and Calamity and RadoX are all more distance or just playing Geoguessr the old-fashioned way, and not these country guesser fiends like these guys. I'm not sure any of us have actually put the time in, because it's easier to just go down the road and see the sign that's in Hungarian or whatever.
It was in around Feldkirchen in Kärnten. So yeah, Slovenia guess is best guess.
If you don't know what it is, Slovenia is one of those choices. It's up there with Ecuador. That stop sign had a weird language on it, right?
Okrepčekava, I don't know. Kona.
Weird. When I say weird, I mean we have such an international community that there's probably someone from whatever country went. What does that stop sign say? Does it actually say stop?
Where's the stop sign? Yeah, it does say stop, yeah.
Huh, okay.
I mean, should be like Slovenia, maybe Montenegro. Could that be?
If it's Montenegro,
Is there a rift?
yeah, you can do a quick look up in the sky. I don't see
No.
anything. Doesn't mean it's not Montenegro. I buy it. Just these hills give me the sort of somewhere between Croatia and Montenegro feel.
It is Slovenia again.
Yeah, if you don't know what it is, it's Slovenia.
It's so close to the last location, but the language is very different.
Did Jake just guess the last location again and just get almost a 5K? That's funny.
True friend.
Korea gives me that same sort of feeling as Germany sometimes, where you know it's Korea. Congratulations. Now, which major city do you want to jam it into?
Well, if you know the area codes, and there is one here somewhere, no, that's not an area code, then it might be possible to distinguish, but I don't think there is one.
Yeah, I mean, other than RadoX is incredibly proficient.
Oh, here it's 02, so it should be Seoul.
It's like they did it on 2 different windows. That's fun.
It's fun.
Like that. The Korean area codes aren't as like incredibly useful as say Japan. And for anybody who's wondering, we know it's Korean just because of the circles in the language, compared to like Chinese that you'd see in Taiwan or obviously Japanese. They all do guess Seoul, which is the obvious guess, but we did also have the phone code. But it is Western Seoul, and as a result, it's going to be Michael out. I do think Michael's done more than enough today, though, to win his little battle with Pachatelli, who's just had a rough day.
I made a mistake in the... Oh, there's a Canada flag.
I saw the red. I saw the red bar, and I was like, "Cool, could it be Norway?" But Canadian flag. It's our second of the day.
So this is the last round of the tournament. And
oh, fantastic!
Canada. It's Canada. But where?
Canada, second largest country in the world, and so there's a lot of potential for doing this incorrectly. I don't know. It doesn't. There's no pines, right? Like it doesn't give you that British Columbia feel. But there's like a surprising amount of elevation too, so maybe. I don't feel confident saying St. John's because I just don't think it's that hilly. Nova Scotia, yeah.
So Trichter wins the last game. It was in Halifax.
Ah, Halifax.
Yeah, it had that eastern vibe with the buildings looking a little bit like eastern US as well.
Good job to Trichter. Good job to Michael, and I mean Jake here too, right, in this particular round. But I think we have some congratulations to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
we can have a look at the standings after this. All right, here we have the final standings. And it's not surprising that Milan wins it with his good enough second place. Very solid in this last distance round. So congratulations to him for winning this first Battle Royale League, organized by the Reddit and by myself, Calamity, and Pwndnoob. So yeah, And in second place, with his last win, he managed to get back in second place, Jake Lyons.
And Jake managed to get 2 wins here when he didn't have any for the first few weeks, despite being at the top of the standings. The end of the podium is going to be Dennis, who did also have a win today and generally had a good day. Was really the person who was competing for first, but Milan outdid him in the round, and he really needed to win and Milan to do poorly. So he still gets the podium finish though with the bronze, and just edges out Trichter.
Yeah, unlucky for him to get in this undeserved fourth spot, even though he has been fighting very much. Also for him, just 2 first places. But yeah, he also never had a worse place than 6th, so that's also good.
And yeah, shout outs to Michael, by the way. I know that there's a huge gap there between Strichter and Michael, but Michael and Pastelli were very much competing here, and Michael just had an absolutely barn burner of a day. The second, that 5th is actually surprising because he was doing very well in the distance rounds there up until the end too. Pastelli in 6th, and I mean we got to shout out everybody too. Brother Tom, Satio, and Mako. Everybody showed up every week except for we ran into a few issues with Satio even today, and Jake the one time. I think that might have actually affected Jake's ability to win the whole shebang. But these players, especially Mako, I know Mako's at the bottom of the standings here. The dude's in Malaysia, and the time zone here makes it just the middle of the night. He's been an absolute champ. It's been really fun to watch, really fun to commentate, and I think the players deserve a lot of credit here for going through the whole process.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely was surprising that a positive surprise that everyone showed up, except Jake one time where he said it before, and yeah, Satsu, we don't really know what his problem is sometimes. So why he disappears, maybe, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, he still always came back, so that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see what we can do, should do. If you guys want to put any comments of things that you want to see, we do have a lot more options if this does happen again, because we can do new maps. We can do things like diverse world or no moving. I saw the sign, etc. So any comments that you guys have are helpful, and obviously we appreciate you showing up. We appreciate your support. It keeps us moving. It makes it interesting for me to join, and obviously RadoX has been doing this for years, and I'm happy to see that he's getting the views and the activity that it deserves.
Yeah, so yeah, I want to repeat again that if you have any good ideas, especially regarding the format, so we have been discussing this a little bit, but yeah, the format was not perfect, especially in the sense that the qualifiers were kind of a problem with so different amounts of people joining. So if I should organize this again, there would be a change, and so far I haven't had a very convincing idea. Calamity said he thought it's better to make the finals shorter so that there's more people interested in qualifying. I myself am not really convinced that solves the issue. So
yeah, I mean my argument was if the finals are a bit shorter, it just means that we have less potential scheduling issues. But we definitely want to see it. If you guys have any ideas, definitely feel free to hit us up in the YouTube comments, the Reddit comments, whatever you're looking through. But again, congratulations to Milan for winning the whole thing. Fantastic performance there. I'm sure he felt a bit of nerves there after that round 11, but he really did pull it out. Thank you again for everybody who competed, both here in this particular finals, but also anybody who tried to qualify. And RadoX, again, thank you for hosting and starting this whole thing up. This has been a lot of work, and I think it's been rewarding.
Yeah, it was quite fun to do, but yeah, as I said, it was quite a bit of work, and yeah, it needed some long-term planning, especially. So I'm happy that it's over now a little bit. But it was very fun to watch the players. That was really incredible. And thanks to you and Calamity, we could make the event much better for the viewers. So thanks for that. And hopefully we see each other sometime.
Fantastic. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
We're out. Bye.